Today I would like to talk about absent healing. So, what is absent healing? Absent healing is healing you send to a person which is not in front of you, somewhere else, and it absolutely healing from pain or whatever. I would like to give you four different techniques for absent healing. Let's say you have somebody calls you and tells you that he has pain or there is something that doesn't work properly. So there are different kind of techniques that you can use. The first technique that you can use when somebody is really in pain or somebody is in a complicated situation, the first technique is you pray. It always worked and it will always work. You pray as you wish with your own words. What is the most important thing by the prayers is your intention. The second thing you can do when you want to have a quick impact healing, let's say like this, is you write down the name of the person on a sheet of paper, and you take this paper with the name in your hand, and you imagine healing energies flowing through your hand and going directly to this person. This you can use every time you want, and in our group we had some really good results with this technique. Another technique you can use as well is that you imagine within your hands, like a healing energy ball that is created, and then you send this energy ball to this person wherever this person is. Or another technique that you can use, this is maybe if you do healings like more often, is that you imagine the person in front of you, sitting in front of you, and you imagine that healing energies flow through your hands and you touch this person in front of you, and you imagine this energy goes through the body of this person even if this person is not in front of you. I know a very, very good international healer who uses this last technique very often, nearly daily, that imagines a person is in front of him and he sends the healing to this person like this. What is very important is when you do healing like every day, or it's part of your work even, that you do prepare yourself for the absent healing. If it's a quick healing, you can use, as I said before, this ball energy healing or the prayers or the name. If you do healings, let's say every day for people that needs healing, one of the most important thing is that you start with meditation. I think it's one of the most important thing is that you enter like in a energy field of healing. So when I do absent healing, I always first meditate, and I invite my guides to be part of this healings. The better I'm in tune, the better you are in tune with your guides, even if you don't know them, the less you're giving away from your own energy and the more you're giving from the universal energy to this person. You can see that maybe some healers, they are always energized or they are in good shape. These kind of healers, or the healers I know which are always in good shape or in a very good health, these are the healers which are really, really good in tune with their guides. If you are not so in tune with your guides, or you work with universal healing or universal energy, whatever, nevertheless make sure that you do not give away from your proper energy, from your proper body energy, but it's the universal energy. Why healing, or what can healing do, or yes, why we do absent healing? So, as I said before, you can use absent healing if somebody has a pain at the moment. You can use this quick technique and send healing right away. You can use absent healing as well for mental sickness, for anxiety, if somebody is very nervous, or somebody has to pass a test, or whatever, or all mental illness. It helps as well. I would say in a way it calms, or it brings this person closer to his own identity. Or absent healing can help as well if somebody is prepared or is preparing himself to make the transition to the spirit world. Let's say I had recently just somebody who called me and told me that this person is going to die very soon, and he asked me for some absent healing to become more calm or less fear, or yes, or that this person is less fearful. Let's say like this. And it's a person who was not into healings or mediumship, whatever. But now he's going to pass, unfortunately, in a young age. He wanted to have absolutely something that he can focus on. So I explained him a bit what is going to happen, and I told him that I'm going to send him healing, that he detaches more easily from the body and from the pain, and that he can has a better focus than when his soul detached from the body. So why I'm coming to this as well is, if we do healing, one of the most important thing, or a very important thing, is we do not mix up with our own wishes or desires what we would like for this person. From my own experience, I had somebody lately who passed through spirit, and it was a very, very close person of mine. And at the beginning, of course, when I did healing on this person, or absent healing when she was not here, I mixed up with my own emotions, like I absolutely wanted this person to heal. But at the end, before this person went to spirit, she told me that the healing she received unfortunately didn't work for her physical part, but it worked on her spiritual path. So it was easier for her to detach from the body. And afterwards, this person came very often in my dreams and told me that all the healings she received helped her to make the transition to the spiritual world. So, of course, if you are very attached to this person, it's always difficult to go through this process. But what you can do is to ask maybe also other healers to do healing for this person, that you don't have all the baggage on your shoulder. But meditation helps a lot to get away from your own wishes or desires. It's not in our we cannot choose the path of others. We don't have this right. So if you have somebody that is close to death or is gonna pass, if you do healings, it's always gonna help for this person. What the guides, where are the guides, what we do with the guides as well. So I never do absent healing without inviting my guides for helping me to sending energy. It's like I have my helpers behind me, and I have the feeling that when I have my guides with me, I'm more or less detached what is going to happen then with this healing energy. In fact, my work is just to send the healing, to in tune with the guides, and what is going to happen with this healing energy is absolutely not in my power. So the universe decides, the soul of the spirit of this person decides what is going to happen, and this is very important. And what is important as well is, if you do the absent healing, if you meditate before, to detach from your own problems. So if you do healing, do not think about your own personal life or your own personal problems. The more you are detached, the more clearer and I would say precious is the energy that you're sending to this other person or even groups. If you would like to know more about absent healing or healing in general, I would like to recommend you two very, very good books I read and I will read again and again. One of the book is the book of Harry Edwards, one of the most known healers ever existed. Harry Edwards was lived in the UK, and there are several spiritual centers or healing centers that he created, and it's he I don't know how many thousands of people he healed just through absent healing. It's a very, very interesting personality. And another book which I think is a very good one and very well very good explanations about healing in general is a book from Barbara Ann Brennan, Hands of Light, and it's a book you can read it through this, but in fact it's a book you have to study, and I think it's one of the best books ever written by somebody who explains the laws of the healings, the energies, the auras, whatever. I think with these two books, or Harry Edwards wrote even more books, you will have very good information about the healings. So I wish you very, very nice healings. If you think you have to learn to do healing, I would like to say try to read about healings. There are several. As I said, there are very good books about healing in general. Try to read first about it, and then you just try how it works. Maybe you phone a friend and ask him if you can do some absent healing and if he feels the energies, or even try to do the healings on plants, or if you have an animal, a pet, try to do healings on pet and try to see the reaction, what's happening then with the healing. Or just send healing to somebody you like your mother or whatever, and maybe this person's going to phone you up the next day and telling you that at the moment that this person feels fine, or she has a feeling she feels better. It's really something, to experiment, to make experience with, and there's no end with that. So you can make experience forever with the healing. But what's one of the things which is very important, I think, is try to do it really in a good attention. What is, clarify your intentions before you do the healing. And when you do healing, it's for the other. You're just a channel. You're nothing else. It's not about yourself. You can do healing on yourself, but then you do this separately. There are other techniques for doing that. But otherwise, healing, absent healing, or healing from others, you are just a channel, and you try to stay the most neutral as possible. So enjoy the healings and see you soon.